Emergency alert. For all the chosen ones. You need to see this before September 7th. Do not go outside during the eclipse. This total lunar event will trigger unimaginable spiritual consequences. I cannot stress this enough. What is coming is not just for a select few, it's not just for those who are watching the skies, it's gonna hit everyone, but you, the ones who have been awakened, the ones who have felt the shift for months, even years. You are the primary receivers of this energy. This is a critical lunar warning. This total lunar eclipse of September 7th into September 8th, 2025, is not like the others. You must understand this. The mainstream will tell you it's a beautiful celestial event, a blood moon to be marveled at. They will encourage you to go outside, to gather in groups, to set up telescopes and celebrate. This is, and I say this with every fiber of my being, a deadly spiritual trap. This broadcast is an emergency alert for your soul. Before we go any deeper into the mechanics of this cosmic event and the 7 deadly traps you must avoid, I need you to anchor yourself in this moment, right now. Do 3 things immediately to protect your energetic field and signal to your guides that you are receiving this message. 1. Like this video to send a ripple of conscious energy out into the collective. 2. Subscribe and hit the bell so you do not miss the subsequent parts of this urgent transmission. And 3. Type 999 in the comments below to signify the completion of an old cycle and your readiness for divine mastery. Do it now. This is not for me, this is for you. This is an energetic signature, a sacred seal upon your intention. The reason why this September eclipse will change everything for you is written in the stars, but not in the way the surface-level astrologers will tell you. This is the most important, the most potent, the most dangerous eclipse of the year, perhaps of the decade. It is a total lunar eclipse, a blood moon, occurring in the deeply mystical, psychic and boundless sign of Pisces. A lunar eclipse always deals with endings, with emotions, with the subconscious mind, and with the divine feminine. But a total eclipse in Pisces is a complete dissolution of boundaries. The veil between our world and the unseen realms, the 3D and the 5D, the conscious and the subconscious, will not just thin, it will be momentarily erased. This is a cosmic reset point. This is a spiritual filter. The universe is about to run a massive diagnostic on the consciousness of humanity, and those who are not prepared, those who treat this sacred event as a mundane spectacle, will be caught in a spiritual crossfire of unimaginable intensity. This eclipse is conjunct the planet Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, the great dissolver, the master of illusion and divine truth. At the same time, it is in direct and harsh opposition to Saturn, the great taskmaster, the lord of karma and reality. Do you understand what this means? It means that on September 7th and 8th, all illusions will be shattered by cold, hard, karmic reality. This is a final exam for the soul. Everything you thought was true, everything you built your identity upon, every relationship, every career, every belief system that is not in alignment with your highest soul truth, will be put under a cosmic microscope, and the pressure will be immense. You, the chosen ones, the star seeds, the light workers, the empaths, you have been feeling this coming. Let's talk about the proven signs, the symptoms that the universe has been sending you for months now. Have you been waking up consistently between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m.? That is the hour of the soul, the time when the veil is thinnest, and your guides have been trying to download preparatory codes into your subconscious. Have you been feeling a strange sense of detachment from the world, a feeling of not belonging, of being an observer watching a movie? This is your consciousness beginning its decoupling process from the 3D matrix. Have you experienced ringing in your ears, sudden vertigo, heart palpitations, or headaches that come and go with no medical explanation? These are not random physical ailments, they are frequency adjustments. Your physical body is being recalibrated to hold a higher light quotient, and the process can be intensely uncomfortable. You have been seeing the numbers, 1111, 444, 777, You have been having vivid prophetic dreams. You have felt a deep, unshakable knowing in your bones that something massive is on the horizon. This is it. This is what you have been preparing for. And your final preparation is to understand the gravity of the coming 72-hour window. The energy of this eclipse doesn't just last for the few hours of totality. It begins its potent crescendo 24 hours before and echoes for at least 48 hours after. During this entire period, you are in the portal. So let's discuss the first and most critical spiritual trap, the trap of normalcy. This is the deadliest of all, because it is the most subtle. The world will be screaming at you that everything is fine. Your friends, your family, your co-workers will be making plans. Are you going to watch the eclipse? Let's have a party on the lawn. They will not understand your hesitation. They may even mock your spiritual awareness, calling it superstition. Do not let them sway you. Going outside during the peak of this eclipse is the equivalent of standing in the middle of a spiritual hurricane without any protection. The moon's light, which is actually reflected sunlight, will be passing through the Earth's shadow. It will be drenched, absolutely saturated, with the collective psychic sludge of all of humanity. Every fear, every anxiety, every ounce of anger, greed and trauma held in the collective unconscious will be amplified and beamed down onto the planet's surface. For an average, spiritually asleep person, this energy is disruptive. For you, an awakened empath, a sensitive soul, it is poison. You are a finely tuned energetic instrument. Going outside will expose you to a chaotic bombardment of lower vibrational energies that can cling to your auric field for months, even years, causing depression, anxiety, physical illness, and a complete shutdown of your intuitive gifts. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to become a sacred anchor. By staying inside, by creating a protected, consecrated space, you are not hiding. You are holding the light. You are providing a stable frequency on a planet that will be in a state of energetic chaos. You are doing your work not by being out in the world, but by being a silent, powerful guardian of a higher vibration. The energetic mechanics are profound. During this Piscean blood moon, the magnetic field of the Earth will fluctuate wildly. This is a scientific fact. But the spiritual consequence is that this fluctuation allows for entities and energies from lower astral realms to have more influence and access to the physical plane. They are energetic parasites that feed on chaos, fear, and emotional turmoil. The collective unconscious, being dredged by the Neptune-Saturn opposition, will provide them with an all-you-can-eat buffet. People gathered in groups outside, exuding a mixture of excitement, alcohol-fueled foolishness, and deep-seated unconscious fear, will become unwitting batteries for these entities. By staying inside, you make yourself invisible to them. You are cloaking your light, not to diminish it, but to protect it from those who would drain it. Think of yourself as a deep-sea diver. You cannot simply jump into the crushing pressure of the abyss without a specialized suit. This eclipse is the spiritual abyss, and your home, your sacred space, is your submersible. The goal is not just to survive the eclipse, the goal is to use its immense power for a quantum leap in your own evolution. But you cannot do that if your first priority is fending off psychic attacks and clearing energetic sludge from your field. The mandate is clear: protect your vessel, consecrate your space, do not go outside. This is your first and most important directive. If you feel the truth of this in your soul, if your inner knowing is screaming yes right now, I want you to go to the comments and type "I am ready." This is your declaration to the universe that you have received the first part of this warning and that you are prepared to receive the divine light codes in a safe and protected manner. Now, let's delve deeper into the second deadly trap, which is inextricably linked to the first: the trap of emotional contagion. As an empath, your greatest gift is your ability to feel. You can feel the emotions of others, the energy of a room, the pain of the collective. During this eclipse, this gift becomes a profound liability if not managed with supreme discipline. The Piscean energy dissolves all emotional boundaries. Under the eclipse's shadow, you will not just feel the emotions of the person next to you, you will feel the unfiltered grief of the entire planet. You will feel the rage of ancient wars, the sorrow of lost loves from centuries ago, the terror of every soul in crisis at that very moment. It will be a tidal wave of unprocessed collective emotion. If you are outside, or even just emotionally and spiritually open in an unprotected way, this tidal wave will sweep you away. You might suddenly be consumed by a rage that is not yours, a despair so deep you can barely breathe, or an anxiety so crippling you feel like you are losing your mind. You will mistake this collective static for your own personal feelings. This is a classic tactic of the lower energies, to make you believe that the chaos is coming from within you, to make you doubt your sanity, to make you feel isolated and broken. It's a psychic virus, and emotional contagion is its method of transmission. This is why solitude is not a suggestion during this period. It is a prescription. You must curate your environment with ruthless intentionality. This means no social gatherings, no crowded places, no casual phone calls with friends who are prone to drama or negativity. You must inform your loved ones that you will be unavailable for a 72-hour period of deep spiritual retreat. You are entering the chrysalis. The caterpillar does not transform into a butterfly in the middle of a crowded marketplace. It does so in silent, sacred isolation. Your transformation requires the same. The signs of this emotional bleed-through are already beginning. In the days leading up to September 7th, pay close attention to your emotional state. Are you experiencing sudden mood swings that have no logical trigger? One moment you feel fine, the next you are weeping for an unknown reason. This is the energy of the collective beginning to seep into your field. You might also notice an increase in arguments and conflicts in the world around you. People will be on edge, their unprocessed shadow selves lashing out. Do not engage. Do not take the bait. See it for what it is. The death throes of an old paradigm. You are an observer, a witness, not a participant in the chaos. Your role is to hold the frequency of peace within your own being, within the temple of your home. This is the great work. Anyone can be peaceful on a calm day. The true test of the master is to hold peace in the heart of the storm. And make no mistake, this eclipse is the perfect storm of cosmic, collective, and personal energy. It is a crucible designed to burn away everything that is not pure, everything that is not true, everything that is not you. Staying inside, in solitude, is how you allow the fire to purify you, without letting it consume you. It is the ultimate act of spiritual self-preservation, which is the foundation for the quantum leap that awaits on the other side. We have established the first two foundational protocols for navigating this unprecedented total lunar eclipse. You must avoid the trap of normalcy by staying indoors and creating a sacred container, and you must avoid the trap of emotional contagion by embracing sacred solitude. These are your physical and emotional shields, but the next set of traps are far more insidious, for they attack the mind and the spirit directly. They are the traps that even seasoned spiritual seekers can fall into, because they are cloaked in the language of light and empowerment. This brings us to the third deadly spiritual trap, the trap of misguided manifestation. You have been taught, and rightly so under normal cosmic circumstances, that full moons are powerful times for release and manifestation. You write your lists, you light your candles, you state your intentions to the universe. For any other full moon, this is potent magic. For the total lunar eclipse of September 7th and 8th, 2025, performing these rituals is the equivalent of casting a magical fishnet into a sea of primordial chaos. You have no idea what you will pull back. The energy of this eclipse, drenched in the dissolving boundaryless waters of Pisces and Neptune, is not clear, focused, or directional. It is murky, reflective, and deeply subconscious. It is the energy of the cosmic dream time, where symbols are fluid and reality is permeable. Trying to manifest a specific 3D outcome, a new car, a specific partner, a promotion at work, is like screaming a shopping list into a hurricane. Not only will the universe not hear you clearly, but the chaotic energy will latch onto the root emotion behind your desire, not the desire itself. Let me be crystal clear. If you try to manifest abundance because you are operating from a deep subconscious fear of lack, you will not manifest money. You will manifest more experiences that amplify your feeling of lack. The eclipse energy will take your fear and build a reality around it, locking you into a karmic loop. If you try to manifest a specific person because you are terrified of being alone, you will not manifest true love. You will manifest a situation that deepens your loneliness, perhaps a karmic connection that mirrors your abandonment wounds back to you with brutal precision. This is the influence of Saturn in opposition. Saturn is the lord of reality. During this eclipse, it will act as a cosmic truth serum. It will not give you what your ego wants. It will give you what your soul needs to see in order to evolve. And if your soul needs to see the rotten foundations of your desires, it will bring the entire structure crashing down. The Piscean energy dissolves the illusion, and the Saturnian energy forces you to look at the rubble. Therefore, any attempt at manifestation becomes an invitation for a karmic lesson. Parasitic energies, which we discussed earlier, are drawn to the strong emotional charge of desire. When you send out a powerful beam of "I want," they see a dinner bell. They can attach themselves to your manifestation, twisting it, corrupting it, and feeding off the emotional fallout and disappointment that ensues. Do not give them this entry point. So what is the alternative? The proper use of this eclipse's energy is not manifestation, but surrender. It is not about asking, it is about releasing. This is not a time for addition, it is a time for subtraction. The most powerful ritual you can perform is one of radical release. Instead of writing a list of what you want, write a list of everything you are willing to let die. Your limiting beliefs, your old resentments, your attachments to outcomes, your identities that no longer serve you. Write down the names of people you need to forgive, including yourself. Write down the fears that have held you in chains. Then, in a safe and contained manner, burn the list. As the smoke rises, you are not asking for anything new. You are creating a void. You are telling the universe, "I am clearing the vessel. I am making space. I trust that you will fill this space with what is for my highest good when the time is right, after the storm has passed." This act of surrender is an act of profound faith. It is the signature of a true spiritual master. It tells the universe that you are ready to graduate from the school of egoic desire and enter the realm of divine co-creation. It is the ultimate act of trust, and it is the only way to harness the purifying power of this eclipse without falling prey to its chaotic shadow magnifying properties. If you understand this sacred distinction, if you are ready to release control and allow divine will to guide you, I want you to go to the comments right now and type "I surrender" to anchor this powerful intention into your being and into the collective field. This leads us directly into the fourth deadly trap, the trap of digital distraction and information overload. In the 72-hour eclipse window, your phone, your computer, your television, these are not tools of connection, they are portals. And during this eclipse, they are unprotected portals to the collective psychic storm. Every social media feed, every news website, every comment section will be a battlefield of frantic, chaotic, and conflicting energies. You will see spiritual influencers offering contradictory advice. One will tell you to charge your crystals under the eclipse moon. Another will tell you to bury them. One will tell you to perform an elaborate ceremony. Another will tell you to do nothing at all. You will see fear-mongering headlines from the mainstream media designed to trigger your deepest anxieties about the state of the world. You will see your friends and family posting pictures of the eclipse, blissfully unaware, and you will feel a pang of judgment or a sense of isolation. Every single scroll, every click, every view is an energetic transaction. You are not just consuming information, you are downloading the energetic signature of the Creator and every single person who has engaged with that content. It is a form of psychic hypnosis. The constant blue light and rapid-fire information flow lowers your brainwaves into a highly suggestible alpha state, opening your subconscious mind to whatever energies are being broadcast through the screen. During the September 7th Mindis 8th eclipse, the digital realm will be weaponized, both consciously and unconsciously. The collective anxiety will be at a fever pitch, and this energy will be concentrated online. Engaging with it is like plugging your own pristine energetic field directly into a planetary sewer system. It will drain your life force, confuse your intuition, and overwrite the divine codes your soul is trying to receive with useless, chaotic, and even malicious data. Your inner guidance system, your intuition, will be screaming at you, but its voice will be drowned out by the noise of 1,000 other opinions. The mission is to achieve divine stillness, to be able to hear the whispers of your soul and your guides. You cannot do this while scrolling. Therefore, the directive is a complete and total digital detox for the 72-hour eclipse portal. This is non-negotiable for the chosen ones who are serious about their mission. Inform your work, your family, your friends that you will be unreachable. Turn off your phone, unplug your Wi-Fi router, and cover your television screen. The only information you need during this sacred window is the information that will come from within. Trust that you have already received all the external guidance you need to prepare. Now is the time for integration. Now is the time for silent communion with the self. You must become an island of tranquility in an ocean of digital chaos. By disconnecting from the matrix, you create the internal space necessary to receive the pure, undistorted light codes of the 5D reality that are being anchored during this eclipse. It is an act of radical self-preservation and spiritual sovereignty. It is you declaring to the universe that you are no longer a passive consumer of information, but a conscious creator of your own reality, guided by the one true source, the divine intelligence within you. Now we must address the fifth and perhaps most spiritually sophisticated trap, the trap of forced positivity and spiritual bypassing. This is a subtle poison that runs rampant in many New Age communities. It is the belief that you must remain high vibe at all costs, that any negative emotion, sadness, anger, fear, grief, is a sign of spiritual failure. It is the act of slapping a smiley face sticker on a festering wound. During this Piscean eclipse, this practice is not only ineffective, it is profoundly dangerous. The very purpose of this cosmic alignment, with Neptune dissolving illusions and Saturn demanding we face reality, is to dredge the depths of our subconscious. It is a divine mandate to finally look at, feel, and integrate our shadow self. The shadow self is not evil. It is simply the parts of us we have repressed, denied, and judged as unacceptable. It is our unprocessed pain, our unacknowledged rage, our deepest grief. This eclipse will bring that material to the surface with the force of a deep-sea volcano. You might suddenly feel an overwhelming wave of sadness from a loss you thought you had processed years ago. You might feel a surge of rage related to an injustice you swallowed down to keep the peace. You might be flooded with fears you didn't even know you had. The spiritual bypasser, the practitioner of forced positivity, will see these feelings as an attack. They will immediately try to suppress them. They will say affirmations. They will meditate on love and light. They will do anything to avoid the discomfort of the raw, authentic emotion. This is a catastrophic mistake. An emotion that is suppressed during this eclipse does not go away. Instead, the potent, magnifying energy of the blood moon will take that suppressed emotion and crystallize it deep within your energy field, turning a temporary feeling into a chronic, energetic blockage. Furthermore, under the law of attraction, that suppressed, supercharged emotional energy will act as a powerful magnetic beacon, drawing experiences, people, and situations into your life that will force you to confront that exact emotion in the external world. If you suppress your grief, you will attract more loss. If you suppress your anger, you will attract more situations that violate your boundaries. Saturn will ensure you learn the lesson, one way or another. The path of the master is not to avoid the darkness, but to walk into it with a lamp of conscious awareness. The correct approach is radical acceptance and sacred witnessing. When the wave of grief comes, you do not resist it. You create a safe space, you breathe, and you allow yourself to cry. You let the tears cleanse your soul. When the rage surfaces, you do not suppress it. You find a safe way to express it, punching a pillow, screaming into the void of your empty house, writing it all down in a journal. You allow the energy to move through you and out of you. You become an alchemist, not an avoider. You understand that these so-called negative emotions are simply messengers from your soul, pointing to where you are wounded and in need of healing. By feeling them fully, without judgment, you integrate their wisdom, you reclaim the fragmented parts of your power, and you heal at a level you never thought possible. This eclipse is a deep tissue spiritual massage. It is meant to be uncomfortable. It is designed to find the knots, the tension, the old injuries, and work them out. To resist this process is to refuse the healing. To surrender to it is to allow yourself to be reborn. We have navigated through the external and internal traps of the mind and emotions, the need for physical sanctuary, emotional solitude, the release of manifestation, the discipline of digital detox, and the courage to face our shadow without spiritual bypassing. These protocols create a fortified vessel. Now we must address the even subtler energies that will be at play, the ones that pertain to your physical body and your direct interaction with the material world. This brings us to the sixth deadly spiritual trap, the trap of unconscious consumption. During the 72-hour eclipse window, your physical body will become extraordinarily sensitive. The frequency adjustments, the cosmic downloads, the purging of dense emotional energy, all of this puts an immense strain on your biological systems. Your body is not just a vehicle, it is a bioenergetic receiver and transmitter. It is a divine instrument, and during this eclipse, it is being retuned to a much higher frequency. What you put into your body during this time is not just food and drink, it is information, it is code. It is either assisting the retuning process or creating static and interference that can corrupt the entire upgrade. The Piscean energy of this eclipse governs the lymphatic system, the pineal gland, and the body's overall fluid balance. It is an energy of absorption. Your cells will be like sponges, soaking up the energetic signature of everything you consume. Therefore, consuming low vibrational foods and substances is an act of self-sabotage. Processed foods, refined sugars, excessive caffeine, and especially alcohol are strictly forbidden. Alcohol, in particular, is a spiritual poison during this window. It is known in shamanic traditions as a tool that creates holes in the auric field, making you susceptible to energetic attachments and psychic attack. Under the dissolving influence of a Pisces eclipse, drinking alcohol is like opening every door and window of your house during a hurricane and inviting the chaos inside. It anesthetizes your intuition, lowers your vibration, and grounds you firmly in the very 3D density you are trying to transcend. Similarly, heavy dense foods like red meat or greasy, fried items will ground your energy in your lower chakras, making it incredibly difficult for you to access the higher states of consciousness and receive the light codes being transmitted. Your body will have to expend so much energy on digesting this physical density that there will be little left for the crucial spiritual work that is taking place. The mandate here is to treat your body as a sacred temple. For the 72-hour period, commit to the purest, most high vibrational diet you can manage. This means clean, pure water, and lots of it. Water is the element of Pisces. It will help you flush out emotional and physical toxins and allow the new energies to flow through you. Herbal teas, especially those that calm the nervous system like chamomile or lavender, will be your allies. Food should be light, organic, and plant-based if possible. Think of fruits, light salads, and simple vegetable broths. You are not just eating food, you are consuming light. You are communicating to your body and to the universe that you are a clear and willing channel for divine energy. This act of conscious consumption is a powerful statement of intent. It aligns your physical vessel with the spiritual transformation you are undergoing, ensuring that your upgrade is integrated smoothly and powerfully on every level of your being. This is not about deprivation, it is about reverence. It is about honoring the incredible biological miracle that is your body and giving it the pristine fuel it needs to complete its most important mission to date. If you are ready to honor your temple and commit to this sacred fast, go to the comments and declare, "My body is a temple of light." Let this affirmation ripple out and strengthen the resolve of our entire community. This leads us to the seventh and final deadly trap, and it is perhaps the one that requires the most courage to face, because it deals with the very fabric of our perceived reality. This is the trap of dismissing synchronicities and intuitive hits. During the eclipse portal, the veil between worlds is, as we've said, almost non-existent. This means that communication from your higher self, your spirit guides, your ancestors, and the universe at large will not be subtle. It will be loud, clear, and persistent. However, it will not come through logical linear channels. It will come through the language of symbol, synchronicity, and direct intuitive knowing. The great trap here is the well-trained, conditioned 3D matrix mind, which will immediately try to dismiss these messages as coincidence, imagination, or wishful thinking. Your ego mind is a creature of habit and control. It is terrified of the unknown, of the magical, of anything that challenges its dominion over your reality. The eclipse energy is a direct threat to the ego's control, and so the ego will fight back by creating a wall of skepticism and rationalization. You must be vigilant against this inner saboteur. Pay attention to everything. A song might play on a device you thought was turned off, and its lyrics will contain the exact answer to a question you are holding in your heart. You might have a vivid dream of an animal, and upon waking you feel compelled to look up its spiritual meaning, only to find it perfectly describes your current life lesson. A sudden random memory from your childhood may surface not as a simple recollection, but as a key that unlocks a deep-seated pattern or wound that is ready to be healed. You may hear a voice, clear as day, whisper a single word of guidance in your ear when the house is completely silent. You may see recurring number patterns, not just on clocks, but on receipts, on license plates, in the pages of a book you randomly open. These are not coincidences. These are cosmic breadcrumbs. They are love notes from your soul, guiding you through the portal. The trap is to see the breadcrumb, acknowledge it for a second, and then allow your rational mind to say, "Oh, that's just a coincidence," and move on. Every time you do that, you cut the line of communication. You tell your guides that you are not listening, that you do not trust their guidance. During the eclipse, your job is to become a sacred detective. Keep a journal and a pen by your side at all times. When a synchronicity occurs, no matter how small or strange, write it down. Write down the symbol, the feeling it evoked, the thought you had in that exact moment. Do not try to analyze it immediately. The ego mind analyzes. The heart knows. Your job is simply to collect the data, to honor the message by recording it. The full meaning may not become clear for days or even weeks after the eclipse, when the energies have settled. You are gathering the pieces of a sacred puzzle, and the full picture will only be revealed when the time is right. This practice of honoring your intuition is an act of profound self-trust. It is you telling the universe that you are ready to graduate from relying solely on your 5 physical senses and your logical mind, and that you are ready to embrace your multidimensional nature. You are activating your clairs, your clairvoyance, clear seeing, clairaudience, clear hearing, clairsentience, clear feeling, and claircognizance, clear knowing. This eclipse is a massive activation for these dormant spiritual senses, but like any muscle, they must be used to grow stronger. By noticing, honoring, and recording every intuitive hit and synchronicity, you are actively participating in your own psychic awakening. You are strengthening the neural pathways of intuition, creating a superhighway of communication between your human self and your divine self. Do not let your inner skeptic rob you of this incredible opportunity for empowerment. Vow to become a master of noticing, a guardian of the sacred whispers that are guiding you home. Now that we have outlined the 7 deadly traps, normalcy, emotional contagion, misguided manifestation, digital distraction, spiritual bypassing, unconscious consumption, and dismissing intuition, we can begin to construct the sacred ritual, the positive protocol for what you should do during this time. The 72-hour window is a chrysalis. It is your time in the sacred womb of rebirth. The first 24 hours leading up to the eclipse peak are for preparation and purification. This is when you clean your space. And I mean physically clean it. Dust, declutter, sweep the floors. As you clean the physical dirt, visualize that you are also cleaning the psychic and emotional debris from your environment. Then you perform an energetic clearing. This can be done with smoke from sage, Palo Santo, or sacred resins like frankincense. As you walk through your home, state your intention aloud. I cleanse this space of all energies that are not in alignment with my highest good. Only love, light, and divine protection may reside here. Seal your windows and doors energetically by visualizing a shield of golden white light around them. This is the creation of your temple. During this prep time, you will also prepare your light, high vibrational food and water so that you do not have to think about it during the most intense phase of the eclipse. You will write your letter of release to the universe, the one we discussed earlier, listing all you are ready to let die. Keep it with you, but do not burn it yet. This first phase is about creating a pristine and holy container, both internally and externally. You are preparing the operating room for the soul surgery that is to come. We have arrived at the heart of the ceremony, the sacred protocol for the peak eclipse window itself, the 24-hour period that encompasses the hours leading into totality, the moment of totality, and the hours immediately following. You have prepared your vessel and your temple. You are in solitude, disconnected from the digital matrix, nourished by light, and armed with the awareness of the 7 traps. You have become a sealed sacred container. Now the real work begins. This is not a time for complex rituals or elaborate esoteric practices. The energy is far too potent and unpredictable for that. Trying to direct this cosmic tidal wave is an act of supreme ego. The path of the master is to become the hollow bone, the empty vessel through which the divine energy can flow without resistance. Your primary practice during these peak hours is simply being. It is the art of sacred conscious stillness. You will find a comfortable place in your consecrated space where you can sit or lie down undisturbed. You will not necessarily be meditating in a formal sense for hours on end, rather you will be marinating in the energy. You will be an observer, a witness to the symphony of cosmic forces playing out within you and around you. Your only tools during this time are your breath and your awareness. Your breath is your anchor. Whenever you feel your mind begin to race with anxiety, or when a wave of intense collective emotion crashes over you, you return to the breath. Inhale deeply, pulling the life force energy, the prana, down into the core of your being. Exhale completely, releasing everything that is not you. With each breath you are reinforcing your energetic sovereignty. You are reminding your system that you are the calm center of the storm. Your awareness is your lamp in the darkness. As memories, emotions, and psychic impressions rise to the surface, you do not engage with them, you do not analyze them, and you certainly do not judge them. You simply notice them. You witness them as clouds passing in the sky of your consciousness. You might say to yourself, there is sadness, or there is an old memory of fear. By naming it and witnessing it without attachment, you rob it of its power over you. You are exercising the muscle of the witness self, the part of you that is pure eternal awareness, untouched by the drama of the human experience. This is the ultimate spiritual practice. It is the core of all enlightenment traditions, and this eclipse provides the perfect high-pressure environment to master it. During the exact moments of the eclipse's totality, you can know this time in advance and set a gentle chime. This is when you will perform your single most important act. You will take your letter of release, the one you prepared earlier, and you will read it aloud one last time. Feel the weight of every word, every belief, every attachment you are letting go of. Then in a fire-safe bowl or cauldron, you will burn it. As the paper turns to ash, you will watch the smoke rise, and you will speak these words, or words that feel true to you. By the grace of the divine, under the shadow of this sacred moon, I release all that no longer serves my soul's evolution. I surrender my past, my fears, and my attachments to the sacred fire of transformation. I am empty, I am open, I am ready to receive. After this ritual of release, you will do nothing. You will simply sit in the void you have created. This is the most potent moment of the entire process. In this silence, in this emptiness, the divine downloads will occur. You may not see flashing lights or hear angelic choirs. It may feel like nothing is happening at all, but on a quantum level, your entire energetic DNA is being rewritten. New light codes, new templates for 5D consciousness, new instructions for your life's mission are being imprinted into your cellular and energetic structure. Your only job is to be still enough, empty enough, and trusting enough to allow this sacred process to complete itself without interference from your ego mind. You may fall asleep during this period, and that is perfectly fine. Your conscious mind will be offline, allowing the work to happen on a deeper subconscious level. Trust that your soul knows exactly what it is doing. This period of stillness and reception is the culmination of all your preparation. It is the moment you graduate. It is the moment you are reborn. Now we must discuss the crucial final phase, the 24 hours after the eclipse peak. This is the period of integration. The surgery is over, but now you are in recovery. This phase is just as critical as the preparation and the peak event itself. And many people make the mistake of rushing back into their normal lives too quickly. This would be a grave error. The energies will still be highly chaotic and unstable. More importantly, your own energetic system will be raw, open, and exquisitely sensitive. Like a newborn baby's skin, you have just undergone a massive spiritual and energetic restructuring. You must treat yourself with the utmost gentleness and care. The digital detox should continue for as long as possible during this 24-hour window. Do not immediately reach for your phone to see what happened in the world. The world will still be there, but you will be different. Give yourself time to acclimate to the new you before you plug back into the old matrix. Continue with your light, pure diet. Hydration remains paramount. Water will help to ground the new energies into your physical body and flush out any remaining energetic residue. The most important practice during this integration phase is grounding. After being in such high ethereal cosmic energies, you must anchor your transformed spirit back into your physical body and onto the earth. If you have a private, safe outdoor space like a backyard, and you feel the external energy has calmed sufficiently, you may now step outside barefoot. Place your feet firmly on the grass or the soil. Feel the cool, stable, nurturing energy of Gaia, of Mother Earth, rising up through the soles of your feet. Visualize roots growing from your feet deep into the center of the planet, anchoring you, stabilizing you. If you cannot go outside, you can achieve a similar effect through visualization or by holding grounding stones like black tourmaline, smoky quartz, or hematite. Taking a salt bath is also a profoundly powerful way to ground and cleanse your energy field. Use Epsom salts or Himalayan pink salt, and as you soak, visualize any remaining chaotic energy being drawn out of your body and into the water to be neutralized and washed away. Journaling is also essential during this phase. Write down everything you experienced. The feelings, the visions, the insights. Write down your dreams. The messages you received during the peak may begin to make more sense now. This is not analytical journaling. It is stream of consciousness. Let the wisdom flow through your pen onto the page. This helps to bring the ethereal downloads from the higher realms and translate them into the language of the conscious mind. Pay close attention to how you feel. You might feel exhausted, as if you've run a marathon, and that's because your energy body has. Allow yourself to rest, to nap, to simply be. Or you might feel energized, ecstatic, filled with a sense of clarity and purpose you have never felt before. There is no right or wrong way to feel. Honor whatever your experience is. Be patient with yourself. The full effects and understanding of the shift you have just undergone may not be fully apparent for weeks or even months. You have planted a seed in the fertile darkness of the eclipse. Now you must tend to the soil, water the seed with your continued awareness and self-care, and trust that it will sprout and blossom in divine timing. Re-entering the world will require conscious intention. When you do finally turn your phone back on or reconnect with others, do so slowly. Be a gatekeeper of your own energy. Notice how different things feel. You may find that you can no longer tolerate certain conversations, certain people, certain environments. This is not a judgment. It is a sign of your frequency shift. Your vibrational resonance has changed, and things that are not a match will naturally fall away. Do not cling to them. Let them go with grace. You are stepping into a new reality, a new timeline, and you can only take with you what is in alignment with your soul's highest truth. This total lunar eclipse of September 7th and 8th, 2025 is a gift. It is a cosmic accelerator. It is a divine intervention designed to catapult the chosen ones, those who are ready and willing, into the next stage of their evolution. But it is a gift that must be received with wisdom, respect, and reverence. The path is a razor's edge. On one side lies the chaos of the unconscious collective, the traps of distraction, and the peril of spiritual naivety. On the other side lies the greatest opportunity for liberation, empowerment, and soul-level healing that we will be offered in this lifetime. The choice, as always, is yours. You have been given the map. You have been warned of the pitfalls. You have been provided with the sacred protocol. The universe is not doing this to you. It is doing this for you. It is calling its ground crew home. It is activating the grid keepers, the light holders, the way showers who are here to anchor the new earth into being. Your personal transformation during this eclipse is not just for you. It is a service to the planet. Every one of you who successfully navigates this portal and emerges on the other side with a higher, more stable frequency, becomes a lighthouse. You become an anchor of coherence in a sea of chaos. You will radiate a new energy, a new possibility for humanity, just by being you. Your mission is that important. Do not take it lightly. Prepare yourself. Heed these warnings. Trust your inner guidance above all else. If this entire message has resonated with the core of your being, if you feel the truth of this calling deep within your bones, I want you to make one final powerful declaration in the comments below. Type, "I am a sovereign being of light. I claim my divine destiny." This is your final seal, your sacred vow. Thank you for receiving this urgent transmission. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this with anyone you feel is ready to hear it. Stay safe, stay conscious, and I will see you on the other side of the gate. Blessed be.